Okay. So the new break, and now we have a little bit more time. I think we have the whole 8 minutes more.
Maybe 6.
Okay. And maybe you remember Eydís. Of course, everybody remember Eydís, the famous Icelandic apostate. And what did you notice the first hour when you sat in there? Something about mentioning Iceland?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, of course I noticed that. So, I mean, they were just going through like various rules and stuff from other countries, I think. Oh.
Just to be sure. Everything goes wrong here. So finally, me and Eydís have some alone time. No, not romantically, but we were just out eating with some other XJWs, and then we were late, so they shut the door, and I am too embarrassed to go in and interrupt.
And the JWs, they took my seat anyway, so I couldn't go in.
But otherwise, something very funny happened during this last hour before the lunch break.
Maybe I deserved to have my seat stolen.
Okay. Tell the audience about Kåre Sætterhaug and in the beginning what the lawyer said about him.
Yeah, so Ristal, the JW lawyer, he was just, starting his case. And like one of the things he said, like he was quoting Kåre Sætterhaug, who took the stand last year, and I think the year before as well.
And Kåre Sætterhaug, he's a spokesman for Jehovah's Witnesses in Norway, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So, and he was just telling like, Kåre Sætterhaug, he is this and that, and he's a member of the governing body, or the styrende råd, like he said. And I was like, is he? So I Googled it, and they don't have any Norwegian on the governing body. So and then like we had a recess where we went out to eat, and on our way there or out of the room, I had to pass him. So I went to him and introduced myself and congratulated him. Like I said, congratulations on being the first Norwegian on on the governing body. And he was like, kind of strange. Also because I, approached him, and he was like, "No, that's a misunderstanding from the lawyer." So I said, "Yeah, I mean, it was among many other lies that he said." And then I just, said bye and left.
You are so hardcore. Imagine standing in front of the spokesman of Jehovah's Witnesses in Norway and saying directly that was among a lot of lies he told. And how did he react on that? A little bit provocative way of.
I mean,
Did he smile?
like when he will never smile at me. I mean, he didn't like really make eye contact either. He was very uncomfortable. He was surrounded with all of his friends, like high-standing JWs. But I think the thing is that I don't really see him as a person of standing or a person of some more worth or something. I mean, I watched him last year lie his ass off. I have zero respect for him. So I have no problem approaching him like that. He's just a person that poops, basically, in my mind.
But wasn't that, it was Kåre Sætterhaug last year saying directly under oath that it's up to the individuals if they want to follow the principles of Watchtower. Nobody expects to follow, it's up to you. You remember that?
Yeah, it's a personal choice. I mean, he blatantly lied under oath.
And now someone lied about him being a member of the governing body. But you remember, maybe you remember, a couple of years ago, I interviewed Eydís, and it's a little bit, I won't say passive-aggressive, but close to. But with the humor, I love it. Tell one more time the story about Jørgen Petersen, who is in the headquarters in Scandinavia.
Okay, so during the first trial, there's a longer story behind it because like a year before maybe, he wrote a letter in the Icelandic newspaper where he was telling that people that had left, that they were lying, and that Icelanders shouldn't believe them. And he wrote a long letter that he published in the newspaper, and I read it, and it kind of woke me up. So I wrote an answer, and I got it published, which is a very long story. And then he answered. He asked the newspaper to take that article down. So when I saw him in court, I went to him and I, took his hand, and I like holding it the whole time, and just introduced myself and asked if he was this Jörgen that wrote the letter in the newspaper.
Do you think he recognized you as the one writing the letters the other way?
Not at the time. Like I just went to him like, oh, are you Jörgen, the one that wrote the letter in the Icelandic newspaper? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I read it. And I was like smiling the whole time. And like, it was a really good letter that you wrote. I really appreciate it. I loved it. And he was like all smiling and like shaking my hand and like all happy. And I was like, yeah, it really woke me up to the importance of, standing up to lies and like answer it publicly. And he was like, yes, you're right. And I said, yeah, I'm Eydís. I answered your letter. Did you read my answer? And then he kind of like froze, but because I was holding his hand, he couldn't take it back, and he was up against the wall, so he couldn't back away either. So he was cornered by me, the evil me. So and I just went on and asked him, yeah.
So first, Jørgen Petersen, and today now Kåre Sitterhag. Who's going to be your next victim? Ryssdal?
No, I mean, they're not victims. They're special friends. Like,
I love the Icelandic humor. Okay, one last item. Not item, but subject. There were a little dispute from Anders Ryssdal about the word shunning.
yes.
Okay, you remember that? He said the Jehovah's Witnesses are not using the word shunning. That's his first claim. And in Norwegian, they don't have a word for shunning, and so on. So the big fuss about, he made a lot of talk about this word shunning and called it social distancing.
Yeah, he said that they would use that instead. And I mean, I just went into jw.org. I can't see that they're using it, but I can find shunning or shun. So
let's be fair. Let's be the devil's advocate, because I don't think that the normal Jehovah's Witnesses use that word a lot, if at all. But XJWs, they use shunning.
I mean, I remember like when I started to like go back and like investigating like how the religion had impacted me as a kid. I went into the jw.org for the first time. They didn't have it when I was in. And I was like, searching the website for all kinds of words, including shun and shunned and shunning, and like in all forms of the words. And I found a lot about it. When I go into the website now, it's not as easy to find. So my feeling is that they've changed something in the way that you can search the website, or maybe they've taken something out, but you can definitely find the word shunned and shunning and shun.
And the fun thing is, just before we made this interview, Jan Frode Nielsen, he sent me a message, a screenshot. He has millions of screenshots. Yeah. Be loyal when a relative is disfellowshipped. And what word is used there?
Yeah, it's when watch the video, loyally uphold Jehovah's judgment, shun unrepentant wrongdoers. Shun.
So they use it, but I don't know if they're using it a lot. It doesn't matter. But his focus was on that word shunning, and they don't use that. Instead of saying, okay, what do they mean by shunning? It's not only removing from congregation, but also removing from the family and relatives and friends and so on. It's like he just ran over that part and did not, of course, he's on the other side.
Of course. I mean, he can't justify thing. I mean, what they're doing. So I mean, he's just trying to, put dust in the air so that we don't, see clearly what the case is about.
You're totally right. He just tried to justify. Let me just say, I have some comments. I won't mention the names from Reddit. You read that also? Okay. No, not Reddit. WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Inexcusable. It is pretty standard to focus on wording, labels, and other stuff besides the content of the topic. And that's a good,
Exactly what it is.
That's from Jonathan. I can mention his name because he's also here present. Yeah, but it is no matter what, it's very interesting to follow both sides of the lawyers.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything more to say?
No, I'm so happy to be here. Like, like coming here, I've been here all 3 times. And like the first time I came, I had been like working on myself for maybe a year and a half or something, and just, try to like figure out like what had happened to me, like really. And the first time I felt that I completely lost all belief that I had left in the Jehovah's Witnesses teaching. Like it was gone. Just watching them lie so much, it just broke all the magic that they had over me. And coming here each time has just. It's a way of returning the shame, showing them, that I'm not afraid, because I'm not afraid.
You are not afraid. I can't believe the way you act.
No.
Evil apostate.
I'm not an evil. It's just that I don't have respect for them. You have to earn respect if you want to have respect. And other thing is that there's nothing more they can take from me. There's nothing more I can lose. So why should I be afraid? I can be myself.
So in a way, the last 3 years in the courts, houses different in district courthouse, and the appeal, and now Supreme. Is it like for every time you're here, it's freeing you more and more, distances you from Jehovah's Witnesses?
It is, and I'm just maybe finding or building up my true self, the person I'm supposed to be, not what they try to program me to be. It's good.
I'm thinking about the theme for the convention last year or the year before. Be courageous. I would say you are courageous.
I took it to heart.
Okay, if it's possible, you can hug Kåre Sitterhaug, or you can hug again and give the hand to Jørgen Petersen. I will have a picture of it.
I think they're gonna run from me. They did it last year. Like on the last day, remember, I was trying to go and say, goodbye, and thank you for, the days that we've spent here together. And I was waiting, like the elevator was here and the staircase was here and the door was here, so they couldn't go past me without saying bye. And then the door to the staircase opened, and there were like 10 of the top JWs. They saw me and then they ran out. So I couldn't even say bye. I was really hurt.
You were really hurt. Yeah, I believe you. Okay, good. We talk you later. Oh, this is so short. Oh, funny girl.